Down the river and up on the beach was this huge crocodile, maybe 14 feet, and he slid off the beach and was really aggressive and made a beeline straight for Gordon.
He started to arch out of the water, and he just kept coming at me. So I raised my paddle and I smacked him on the head. He dove under my boat. He hit my boat as he went down. For a second, I thought I was going to tip over.
And as the crocodile opened that big mouth, I just was afraid that the crocodile was going to grab hold of his arm and take Gordon and twist him under. If that would have happened to Gordon, he'd have been dead. And there was no way Gordon was going to go ahead and right himself again before the other crocodiles got to him.
At night, when we camp by the river, we keep an eye on the crocodiles before we go to sleep. I never had to do this in Cairo.
Take all the water you could hold in your hands and let it go. Just let it go.
Those aren't rocks, Saskia, those are hippos.
Take all the answers that you think you understand and let it go. Just let it go.
Pasquale warned us that one rogue hippo can easily capsize a raft. But that didn't keep us from getting a closer look.
That was the most beautiful thing, to see for the first time hippos. There were 8 around the boat with their ears like that.
Don't ever worry what you're heading for. The river always knows the way. We'll be forever drifting in between tomorrow and yesterday.
All along the journey, whenever we stop to buy vegetables, eggs and meat from the local people, we get to see how they live. Ethiopia has over 100 distinct ethnic groups, many of them isolated from each other by the rugged terrain.
And let it go, just let it go.
Over 200 million people depend on the Nile, and that population is projected to double in the next 25 years. Can the Nile support all these people? For over 1,000 years, whenever Ethiopia threatened to dam the Nile, the Egyptians took that threat seriously. If the river were diverted, Egypt would die. Who owns the water in the Nile?
I went off to explore a little side channel, and next thing I know, I was getting shot at. I ducked behind some rocks, trying to get any cover I could. Probably 5 shots came across the river. I thought, well, this could be it. You know, my only real hope is to get down the river.
I heard gunshots. In these remote canyons, local bandits called Shifta have robbed and killed at least 4 people on previous expeditions. Gordon had been gone for over an hour, and I couldn't see any sign of him.
I knew I couldn't stay there for very long. I had to paddle out and go downstream. I knew if I stopped, I'd be an easy target.
That night, I had a long argument with Gordon. I can't let him go off on his own like that because we're approaching the longest stretch of whitewater I've ever attempted in my life. Flipping a raft in huge whitewater can be fatal. People can drown in a hurry if they hit their head on a rock or get snagged underwater. On earlier expeditions, at least 6 people have died in this one section alone. That morning, Michel steered his raft right into my worst nightmare.
I did a perfect flip. Everybody, the three of us, went into the water.
Scream Azo, which is crocodile. And I'm thinking, oh my God, there's a crocodile in the river. And this was the first time on the entire expedition where I could actually feel the hair go up on the back of my neck.
We knew there could be crocodiles around it. Usually they wait in the rapids so they can catch the fish which go through the rapids. And we were big fishes.
Everyone in Michel's boat is lucky to be alive.
We'll be able to come down and go through here, but I think it's safe. Yeah, I don't know. The run out isn't too bad. So. Are you all right, over?
Yeah, I'm okay. Watch out left and right. It's up front.
Roger, you think we can run it right down the middle, over?
That night, we camped right at the border of Sudan. It's a dangerous place. Saskia, Miriam, and Mohammed are terrified about crossing into a country where civil war has been raging on and off for almost 20 years. They'll leave us here and rejoin us later in Khartoum. As soon as we crossed the border, Gordon and I took off exploring Sudan, the most mysterious country on the Nile. The Sudan is cloaked in secrecy behind the veil of Islam. When we came across a camel market, we were a little bit apprehensive at first, but we decided to go for it. How often do you get to bid at a camel auction? It turned out to be a great day, and I was sure glad when Gordon was outbid on that camel. Even mad dogs and Englishmen don't come out in this type of heat. 115 degrees in the shade was normal